Hello everyone, and welcome to another Sunday afternoon chat. You know, this is an incredibly beautiful Sunday afternoon. I mean, it is awesome out here. We just had church in our parking lot again. This is 3 straight weeks we've done that. 2 weeks in the church, 3 weeks, so that is 5 weeks basically that people have not been going to church in most churches all around America. It's just terrible that that's been happening. But we're very close. Here in Oklahoma, our Governor Kevin Stitt, has opened up. Churches will be next Sunday. All churches will be open. Be up to the individual churches, obviously, but all churches will be open next Sunday. We will be back inside the church next Sunday. We still will be practicing the social distancing. We still will be just sitting with families and putting spaces in between, not be passing the offering plate, not be doing the breakfast, not be doing Sunday school or nursery. So, but we'll be back inside the church. 3 great services in the parking lot after the first 2 weeks of the church shutdown. Amazing. Sometime in history they'll look back and say, I remember the day that the church is shut down in America. And I hope that's the only time it ever happens. Ever, not just in my lifetime, but ever. You know, I think it's kind of funny. I got thinking, I wonder what will be happening in 2030. This is 2020, and I thought, you know, one of the things that might be happening is all the ads you'll be seeing on television. Hey, if one of your family members took hydroxychloroquine back in 2020, dial this number right now. We have $412 million available for you. Or if you ever took aspirins during that or whatever, I don't know what's going to happen. But anyway, that's probably what will be happening in 2030, maybe before that even. I don't know. But what a great day. What a great day. You know, we were surprised today in that my son, Jamie, and his daughter Jordyn and her best friend Amy showed up here at the ranch, and they were going to come in and surprise us, but Chris caught them because, you know, we have that 360 on our telephone, and the 360 on the telephone tells you where all your family is. If I had had this when I was a kid, I would have been grounded for my entire teenage years, but especially from 16 on. And I don't even know if I'd have liked to have had it during the first years of my marriage, as a matter of fact. But we know where all of the members of the family are at any time. We know we even know if their phone is 20% charged or whatever. And this morning, Chris called Jordyn and said, "Jordyn, I saw where you're moving. Where are you?" And she said, "Oh, I'm just out driving around, Grandma." And she said, "What do you mean just out driving around?" I said, "Oh, we were bored. We're driving around. You know, they have their church on the internet, and they actually have Saturday night where Jamie does all the sound system there. And so he actually is there for the actual church service, and my daughter goes, and Jack. And so a few people show up, and they self-distance in the church, but not the whole church crowd there at our old church, Keys Baptist Church over there on Lake Tenkiller. But anyway, so finally she fessed up and said, "We're coming to see y'all." So that's a great surprise for us. And Chris and I went out yesterday evening after I actually had a couple of friends of mine in here from down in Texas, Tommy Baxter and Rick Johnson, and they fished on Friday. We had a great day on Friday, and they fished Saturday morning till about 11 or 12 o'clock, and we had a real good morning. And then I just left the boat hooked up to the trailer, and Chris and I went yesterday evening and had a great evening. I kept 9 small ones. I think we caught 48, but I kept 9 small ones and filleted them. And so we were going to have a fish dinner tonight and feed some to Apache and his family. And but since the kids showed up, you know, it's like, well, I'm like the prodigal son, and Jamie's certainly not that. He's been the most wonderful son that I've ever had. It's the only son that I've ever had. But but he is just a perfect young man. He's 50 years old this year, but he is a perfect young man. That's in July. He turns 50 years old a day or two before I turn my next birthday. But anyway, he's just been the greatest son in the world. But he runs our marine dealership. He said they've been terribly busy selling boats, selling a lot of Kawasaki mules, a lot of mules. He said every mule he had sitting on the floor was sold. Every single one he had sitting there was sold right now. He's just waiting. They'd had a little recall on something. He had to wait till he got that part in to be able to deliver them. But so a lot of people on the lake, a lot of people fishing. I'm getting hundreds of comments about people. I'm going fishing. I've been fishing, getting ready to go fishing. So people are fishing. Get out in the sun. I said back when this thing started, I believe that people are outside, farmers and fishermen and people that are working outside. I think they're going to be the last people to catch this virus because viruses don't like sunshine. And I think being outside is good for you. It's healthy. You know, Bill Dance and Roland Martin are as old as dirt, and they're still going strong. They're both of them, you know, 5 years older than I am, and they're going strong because they've lived their entire life outside. I visited with both of them within the last day or two at length, and both of them are doing good, feeling great. Roland is fishing and hunting every day. He's been in on 10 turkey kills. He didn't kill all of them himself, by the way, Florida Game Rangers, but he's been involved and been with people. He likes to, you know, call turkeys in for his grandkids and friends, but I'm sure he's killed his share. But probably got his limit down there, which I think is 2 in the state of Florida. Last time I fished Florida, or hunted Florida, that's what it was 2 turkeys. But I haven't been turkey hunting yet. First time in my life. I've not turkey hunted in April since I was probably 20 some odd years old. I mean, years and years and years ago, maybe 30 some odd, I don't know. We started turkey hunting, but I am going to turkey hunt next week, no matter what. The following week, no matter what. The following week, no matter what. So I'll be turkey hunting in a little bit in Oklahoma, a little bit in Texas. I do get to watch them strut and gobble here at the ranch every single day. So I'll be doing that again. So that's just all, it's really better than turkey hunting. It's really better just to watch them do all of that. But I'll be going out there trying to put some turkey meat on the table. But we're going to go fishing this afternoon. As soon as I get through with this right here, we're going to put the boat in the water. And we're going to do a little family circus fishing. That's right, 5 people in one Ranger bass boat. It's a 21-foot Ranger, but 5 people in there. Chris said that she's going to carry a camera along and kind of video all that, and we'll see what happens. So be watching for that family circus video. We might hook each other as much as we hook fish. I don't really know. But it's been a great week, Like I said, I had a couple friends from Texas come up and fish. Other than that, I've been quarantined with Chris. And by the way, guys, I don't know how many of y'all have our video we did about quarantined with Chris was the title of it, and I don't title those. Pat, that runs our production company, titles those. But he titled that one Quarantined with Chris. And we have got bunches and bunches of guys saying, hey, I'll be quarantined with Chris, I'll be quarantined with Chris. Don't complain, Jimmy, I'll trade places with you. Well, she kind of got the big head of she said, Jimmy, she said, is it amazing all those guys that want to be quarantined with me? I told her, I said, honey, you are fishing is why they want to be quarantined with you. They don't care about being quarantined with you. They want to be fishing with some girl that's got a nice bass boat like you do, and they'll be quarantined with you. And so, and she said, well, I don't know. They want to be quarantined with Chris. And I said, I understand, baby. And I love being quarantined with Chris myself. I really do. But so we've been doing a lot of fishing and having a great time. And looky here who just showed up. Looky here who just showed up. There's Milburn just showed up. Hi, Milburn. Hi, Milburn. How you doing, baby doll? Hi, buddy. How's Milburn? And who's over here? Let me tell you what's happened to Lucy. What's happened to Lucy? Lucy is doing just great. She's getting a big tummy on her. Hey, give me some sugar, Lucy. Thank you, thank you. Thank you very much. She's getting a big tummy on her. Her tummy is getting pretty good size. You see that tummy right there? It's getting pretty good size. And but she lost her orange ribbon, and we found it out there, and I think that Milburn had untied it. She lost her orange ribbon. She still got her tick collar, flea and tick collar on there. We put another one on her a couple days ago, and she's already lost it. She lost it. She had it last night, but it's gone now, so she's lost that, and it's gone. So we're going to have to ribbon her back up, but probably pretty soon she will be having, hopefully a little Lucy. Not a Lucifer, a Lucy. Isn't that little guy getting pretty, though? He is just so beautiful. I'm telling you, he is beautiful. His color on everything. He's changed and got his summer color on him, and he's just doing great. It's going to kill me when I have to put him outside the gate when rut comes up this time of the year, a little bit later on. But anyway, I don't even have a clue what I was talking about. Oh, I was talking about Chris and the quarantine. But anyway, that was great. If you'll notice, I am standing on our pier. You notice that I'm standing on our pier. And this pier had 2 foot of water on it this week after that big rain and the big hailstorms. And we got the water flowing really, really good. We took that weir up. Some of you asked about why that weir had a grate on it, and it's there so we can kind of take care of the flow of the water. And we raised the weir up and cleaned it off, real easy to clean it off, and the water's been flowing through, and the lake got back down to normal pretty quickly. We just had so much rain so fast. We had a tornado go by the very next day after that hailstorm and all of that. And the tornado came by really close to the ranch. I'm not positive it ever got on the ranch property. If it did, it just barely did. It came by in plenty of sight. We got pictures of that tornado. But fortunately, it didn't tear up anything on the ranch. They had 4 tornadoes roaming around in that area. One of them did kill a couple people over at Medill, which is a great little town. My buddy Basil Savage lives over here. It did not hit his ranch either, but it was only about 20 miles from us where that hit, and that was a little bit different tornado. That wasn't the same tornado. Jordyn's dog Deacon is down here. Deacon came down, and Lucy's trying to pick on Deacon. And Deacon doesn't like that. Now she's trying to be friendly. Look at that. She's trying to be friendly to Deacon there. And that's good, but she's kind of, she's kind of getting, Lucy, be nice. Deacon says, I'm out of here. I'm leaving, I'm out of here. Deacon, if you'll just run up on the bank, she'll leave you alone. It's crazy, isn't it? It's crazy. The critters going on. Lucy, leave him alone, please. Leave him alone. But anyway, it was a violent week from weather-wise. We're supposed to have some more of that coming in. May is generally the worst month for weather. We do have a tornado shelter video coming up here pretty soon about our tornado shelter that we got installed in here. And well, Jamie's had one put in at our boat dealership. We've had one put in at Jack and Sherry got one at their house, and we had one put in Jamie's house also. So we've got actually bought 4 of those now. And it just hope you never use them, but if you have to, it could save a life, and if it's worth that, it's worth every penny that you spend on them. But anyway, so it's been a great week. We've had a great week from that standpoint. We have been quarantined here. I have not been off this ranch except to go to church all week long. I'll probably not leave this week until to go to church next Sunday, and I might take off and go turkey hunting after church next Sunday or next Monday and get over in Texas. And my buddy Craig Witt from Tennessee is supposed to come over to Oklahoma, and we're supposed to go turkey hunting together next week. So that's what I think we'll do. Lucy's chasing Deacon around here on the dock. So that's what all the commotion is that you might hear in the background. But anyway, it's been a great week. This next week, we're going to be quarantined with Chris. That's what I want to be, is quarantined with Chris. We're going to go out and do a little fishing today. One of the things I wanted to leave you with here on this video here is talk about the old saying, turn a mountain into a molehill. Have you ever heard that? They'll turn a mountain into a molehill. Well, one of the things that causes you to turn a mountain into a molehill is making a big deal out of little things and taking them and making them much, much larger. So here's what I'd like for everybody to think about this week, and what I want to try to concentrate on myself, because I know that being quarantined with Chris is not all fishing. It's not all fun and games. She has me doing a lot of things around this ranch that I don't normally do, and I don't normally even know how to do. I can't cook and clean. I don't know how to do that. I'm a poor country fisherman. And so little things that she wants done, sort of turn into big things for me. So, but here's what I want everybody to do this week, and here's what I'm going to try to do, is I'm going to try to not let any of the little things bug me. Any of the little things that happen. There's a lot of calamity and big catastrophes going on in the world. 30 million people are unemployed right now. Can I tell you that's going to come roaring back? Business is going to get good again quick. We opened up a little bit here in southern Oklahoma, or in Oklahoma period, Friday. We're opening up a little bit more tomorrow and be pretty much fully open by May the 1st. And the business is bustling around the little towns in Oklahoma right now. I know that they're probably a long way away when you get up there in New York or New Jersey, where my buddy Chris Fix lives. Probably be a while yet. But in so many of these places around the country, it's going to be back quick, and people are going to be out. And we stopped at Brahms after church, and there's big lines, and they're going through the drive-thru, and you could actually go in and order and come out and eat in the parking lot. The parking lot of Brahms was just a big picnic area. I mean, it was just a big picnic area is what it was. So all of that's going to happen, and the unemployment numbers are going to start going down. Government has pumped a lot of money into the economy, actually paying people to go back to work or to keep working, which I think is probably the best use of government money that we've ever had in my lifetime. So all of that's happening, but there's a lot of big things out there that can stress you, and even the blessed get stressed. Even the blessed get stressed. And many times those stressful things start as little bitty things. So the little bitty things that happen to you this week, The little bitty things that happen to you, don't let it bug you. Don't let them wear you down. The things that your boss might say, the things that your coworkers might say, the things that your wife or your husband might say, the things that your kids might say or do. Not just talk, but things that you do. Don't let the little things bug you. And I don't know any real trick to letting that happen other than when somebody says or does something that really bugs you, and it's not a big deal, it's just a little deal. When that happens, don't let it bug you. Don't let it get you down. Lucy, be nice. She is chasing him all around this dock. She thinks this is my dock. I don't want another dog on it. But she thinks she's a Labrador. Lucy, will you let him alone? Will you let him alone? Leave him alone. Leave him alone. Look, Lucy, leave him alone. That's terrible, isn't it? That's absolutely terrible. But anyhow. But if you will just pause when those little things happen that bugs you, just pause for a minute. When you get ready to say something, don't. You know, I had something happen last week with a really good friend of mine, and I started to say something, and all of a sudden I thought, God, that wouldn't be a very nice thing to say. And I didn't, and I'm so proud of myself because most of the time I wouldn't have done that. I wouldn't have done that. So when those little things happen, don't let them bug you. Don't let them bug you. She's walking beside me just like a puppy. Don't let them bug you at all. Don't let them bug you. Let them just pass the little things by, and in 5 minutes everything will be cool, and you'll be holding on, and you are not making a mountain out of a molehill, because the little things will grow and be really bad. That's exactly what will happen to you. Those little things. Look at that. Look at her chasing that dog. He run back up here on the dog. I mean, she's getting kind of moody. She's getting kind of moody. I think she's, you know, I guess it's because she's pregnant. I guess because she's pregnant makes her get a little moody. Chasing that dog up that hill. Chasing that dog up that hill and down the hill. He said, I'm going in the water. He already got in the water. She didn't chase him in the water. I kind of figured she would. It's crazy having critters. Crazy having critters. Crazy having critters. Look at that. Is that crazy? Chasing him all the way up the hill. All the way around the front of the house. Going, what do you think? What do you think, Milburn? Huh? What do you think, buddy boy? He is such a good little guy. Look at his little horns. He got little horns going. You are just about the prettiest thing in the world. He is just a doll. He's so pretty. But anyway, don't let those little things bug you. Go fishing this week. The boat ramps are crowded all over the nation because a lot of people are fishing. Even up in Michigan, that governor they had up there wouldn't let people go fishing or buy plants. Changed their mind and said you could take your outboard motor out and go fishing. I think maybe Washington State still got it all banned. He's wanting to play and mess around. I promise you, he's kind of running and carrying on. I'm gonna get you, I'm gonna get you, I'm gonna get you, I'm gonna get you, I'm gonna get you. He said, you don't scare me, Jimmy. You're not that big a buck. I've seen really bigger bucks than you are. But anyway, have a great time out there this week. Hey, buddy, hey, buddy, hey, buddy. Have a great time out there this week. Oh, he's got flies after you. Yeah. He likes to have his horn scratched for sure. I think they itch a little bit. He likes a good scratching right there. It feels pretty good, doesn't it? Yeah, just don't try to attack me. But go out there and have a great week this week. It's going to be a good one. I'm going to go fishing. We'll have a video coming up called the Family Circus that will be about whatever happens this afternoon. I know we're going to catch some fish because we got an outstanding day. The wind's out of the south. That's going to blow the fish into the bait into the fish's mouth. Guys and girls, have a great one out there. Don't forget, if you're not subscribed to our Jimmy Houston Outdoor Catch of the Day /devotional, subscribe to that. That's where our Catch of the Day daily devotional is right now. We got a lot of people have moved over there and listen to that Catch of the Day over there. Many have not. By the way, we've surpassed the 40,000 mark. I want to give a great big thank you right now to my buddy Daniel Arms. Daniel Arms got the great channel, Arms Family Homestead, over 300,000 subscribers to Arms Family Homestead. Every video he puts up is sensational. Every video has over 100,000 views. He had 2 videos up this week. One, we were shed hunting here at the ranch, and did we find any sheds? You have to watch his video or mine. We've got that shed hunting video coming up pretty quickly too. Another video, we caught some fish out of one of my lakes and stocked those fish in his pond at his house. So he needed a few bass in there. We're trying to help the genetics along. Put some fish in there, grew up to be big pretty quickly for Houston to catch. And we didn't take Houston because he's always wanting to fillet them. But we caught some bass, put in there, and Daniel has run both those videos up on Arms Family Homestead. He has grown, that channel is just growing remarkably, sometimes 2,000 subscribers a day. But if you're not subscribed to Arms Family Homestead, be sure and subscribe to that channel, Daniel Arms. A great, great family, great friend. He's Oklahoma State Trooper. Some of y'all might have met him out on the highway. If you meet him out on the highway, say, hey, Daniel, you're one of Jimmy's buddies. No, don't do that. He'll probably double the ticket. He's so nice, I don't know if he even ever writes a ticket. I hope he doesn't hear me say that. But surely he does. He's just such a nice guy. Such a nice guy. He's become a great friend, great neighbor. The tornado the other day went north of my ranch and south of him. He actually got in the Frady hole. He got in the tornado shelter. That's how close they were. But it went a little bit south of him. He lives a couple miles north of me. It went a little bit south of him, a little bit north of me, right in between us. So God was looking after both of us that day. Guys and girls, have you a great one out there. Remember, I love you.